What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Honolulu Roar podcast. I'm Alex. I know the setup probably looks a lot different. I probably look a lot different from the last time I posted a video. Trying to be better at it this season coming up. Um, Today I want to go over my predictions like I usually post for each season. As you see, I have three St. Brown bobbleheads. My ex-wife, me, and my friend got them at the game we went to last year. So I'll probably do a giveaway for one of those later on. Um, and as you see, I got the flags up, got the chain, all that good stuff. So let's switch over and get right into it because there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Let's see. So hopefully you guys can see this pretty well. I did a couple of test videos, but new camera too. I'm using the Hero 12 GoPro, which is a crappy mic, so we'll see how this turns out. So let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's fine. We'll go right into game one against the Saints. I think the Saints will be a lot better this season than they were. I mean, they picked up some steam last season towards the end. But I think home opener for the Lions, and I don't remember the last time we had a home game. First game has been a couple years, few years or whatever. So I think the Lions take it. Then we go on to game two. This one I had it as a toss up. I had the Lions winning at first, but I mean, I still think they have a good chance to win. The Bills are just Josh Allen. I mean, James Cook is still a beast. Um, they're playing in the new stadium. That this is the Bills' first home game in the new stadium this season, so I could see the Lions losing. The Jets, they were god awful last year. I don't think they're going to make a big improvement this season. So I picked the Lions over that. The Panthers, this one was a little tough. They did make that playoff run. They looked pretty powerful. I just think they got. Um, I don't think they're gonna follow suit of last year. I think they'll do good. I just don't think they're gonna be the same as we saw at the end of the year. So I think the Lions take that one too. Um, and another thing, in these first five games before the bye week, we only have two home games, so that could play a factor as well. Then we play the Cardinals, our last game before the bye, and that game is Drew Petzing's, I think that's how you say his last name, the new offensive coordinator's first game against his past team. Uh, and I think the Lions will take it. Kyler Murray's gone now. And I think that leads us right into bye on a low win streak. Coming out, we're playing the Packers in Detroit. I'm actually going to be at this game, so I'll try to get some coverage of it. Uh, I have the Lions winning. I don't think, which you'll see later on, we split with any divisional opponent besides the Bears, which I hate to fucking say that. Excuse my language because I hate the Bears. I usually, even if they were like 17 and oh whatever every season, I would still pick them to lose because I hate them. So I haven't beaten Green Bay. Biased a little bit because I'm going to that game. I'm still not sold on Jordan Love. I think them trading away their backup Malik was a mistake. I think he's going to do good on the Dolphins. At least maybe not right away, but I think the Packers will regret it a little bit. Josh Jacobs, who knows what's going on with that whole situation? I'm sure he's going to be in this game. Um, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an issue. The Vikings, I'm hit and miss. I really don't I really don't believe in Kyler Murray. Um, the one thing I'd give them is that besides the receivers is that the Lions are pretty bad at stopping running QBs historically. So unless Shepard, who's been I think he did good last year for what he had. Unless they, game plan, and who knows with Drew being there, he knows how Kyler is too. I think we win the first game. It's away. Takes us to the Dolphins. Or the Dolphins, they lost Waddle. Tyreek is free agent. I mean, the running backs are still OP. They got Malik, which I believe in. I just don't think it's enough to beat, this hot, steaming Lions fucking world they're on. Because I know Lions, most of them are just looking for vengeance for the last, few years since 2024 season, I'd say, how they got the NFC Championship game. Um, so I think to roll over the Dolphins. So this Patriots game, overseas in Germany. At first, I had the Patriots winning. Um, then I did, I was watching more stuff about them, was watching more replays, stuff like that, and I agree with some of the reporters that were saying that the Patriots overperformed last year. I mean, they did get smacked by Seattle. I think I agree with them with they looked better than they actually are. Not saying they're going to be bad this season. I just think, Lions, this whole Germany thing with St. Brown, we got the home game. I think we'll take the Patriots there. Should be a good game, 9:30 in the morning. Uh, Tampa Bay is another one that was hard because, we've been going back and forth with Tampa Bay, but now Mike Evans is gone. Um, I know they got Chris Godwin still, Igbuka. I mean, Bucky Irving's good. Baker, I think they take it, and I'd rather lose to them now than in the playoffs. So wrote that up as an L. It is a home game, uh, which I think said the Vikings, the Packers were away. Those are homes. It's throwing me off because it's white on my screen. Um, but yeah, I think Baker Mayfield pulls it off. Now the Bears, I, this one was I was thinking about swapping because the Lions historically lose on Thanksgiving, and I believe this is the Thanksgiving game. Uh, I had Lions winning coming off the loss against Tampa Bay. I could see those flip flop. I was beating Tampa and was losing to the Bears. Another thing about losing to Tampa was we're coming back from Germany, resetting the schedule, all that stuff. So I just think too many factors play in their corner for them to take that game. But the Bears, I say we take this game. Falcons, uh, I think it'll be a good game with Bijan. I think the Lions win that one pretty good. Titans, Lions are taking that game. Watch that be the one I fuck up here. The Vikings, I think we sweep them. Um, I just who knows who the quarterback will be by this game. I think the first time we play him, it'll still be Kyler Murray. Who fucking knows by the towards the end of the season if they try JJ again, which JJ did beat us last year, and I was at that game. It was disappointing. I don't think he's good. Not like Kyler, so like we'll see how they are. I really don't think they're going to be doing too well. I think they're last in the division this year. And then the Giants. Uh, I had them beating the Giants last year, but there were so many injuries and stuff. I think with Dart and the other dude that likes to ram with his head. Uh, I think they're gonna perform pretty well this year, and I think they'll be the best team on this schedule besides the Bills uh, that the Lions play. So I think they take that, and then I have us losing to the Bears, our next matchup, going to the last game of the season, the Packers game, which I'll be at that one too. I'm going to both Packers game. We actually got uh my friend Sienna, her family season ticket holders. They give us the Packers vs Lions for free, 7 rows up from the Packers bench. So it'd be pretty cool. Cool experience. My first time on Lambeau. Possibly, I might go to a preseason game, but this would be my first regular season. It's in January too, like the 10th. So hopefully not a bunch of snow because it'll be cold. But I think we sweep the Packers. I'm really hoping that that game comes down to some like North winning, situation. Just from my aspect of like, I'm gonna be there. I want it to be an intense last game for my first game. I don't want to, be watching Lions backups because they secured the North a week or two prior. Um, but I can see the Bears, making a run for the North. I know they have a hard schedule, and I really don't like Caleb Williams, but Ben Johnson, he's a maniac. The Packers, I think this will be their downfall season. Honestly, I don't think they're going to do bad. I just, I think they're going to do like 9-8, 10-7, and then there'll be some questions in the offseason. Um, we'll see, I guess. Who knows? May the Lions end up last again. I could be wrong. Uh, I will say, the last 3, 4 years, I'd have to look. I've been right on my schedules. Games were swapped, but my total overall, I was correct. I was wrong last year. That's the first year, I think, in three. I was wrong, and I had the Lions go 13-4. Um, but yeah, I think with Drew, uh, you know, he worked with Ben Johnson a lot through college and all that. You see what he does with Arizona's like scheming offensively. He's good with the tight ends, especially. So I'm hoping, we can get Laporta back into it more. Last year, I don't think, besides the injury, he was a big boost. The Lions offensively, I don't think changed much. I honestly I miss Demo, but I think Pacheco, as long as he stays healthy, might be a better option because in my head that gives us like a second Gibbs. Obviously not as close as Gibbs, but another pass catching running back. They can scheme up some stuff with both of them a little easier. I loved Montgomery though. He was a tank. He could guarantee you almost 5 yards every run. So just running through, picking up people. So that one does hurt. All respect to him. Kirby, Brian Branch. I've been seeing more of Kirby in pads. I know there was rumors that he might not be ready for the start of the season. I think at the latest he'll play week two. But I think honestly he's gonna end up playing week one. He's gonna be like a game time decision and play. Brian Branch, I believe, is doing even better, so he should be good. Linebackers, we got rid of Anzalone. Jack Campbell kind of filled his shoes pretty well last year, making All Pro, and I can't remember the rank he got in the top 100 this year, but he's pretty good. And then we still have Derek Barnes as well, and Derek Barnes, and Rodrigo. But Derek Barnes is pretty good too. I think he was like a mirror of Anzalone. And then Shepard on our defense, I think will do even better. We just kind of hopefully before the start get some more cornerback help. Rocky Scene, he's pretty good. I think he held his ground well last year. DJ Reed should be good. Jaron Arnold, that sucks, that whole situation, but he caused a lot of penalties for Lions. I don't think he was necessarily the best. So we'll see how all that plays out. I would really hate for another season to be rough because of our corners. Uh, I mean, it hurt losing our safeties. So, besides the Lions having one of the, I think they ranked the first easiest schedule. And I think there's a lot. I don't think Dan Campbell's on the hot seat. I've been seeing reports where people think he's on the hot seat after the season if the Lions don't make playoffs. I think if you get rid of Dan Campbell, it'll kind of hurt how you the team chemistry a bit. I think he brings a lot of that grit that they always preach about. But it is business, so I can see him. They got rid of Jim Caldwell after 2 seasons, winning seasons, and they made the playoffs. So yeah, who knows? Who knows? Hopefully they don't. I don't think he's the issue. A lot of it's injuries, corners, or defense. Um, so we'll see how that plays out. I just think the Lions are gonna, no pun intended, roar this season. They have a lot. Jared Goff, who knows what happens to him if they have a shitty season. I know we signed him an extension recently, but you just never know in this kind of thing. And I do love that Teddy Bridgewater is back. That's awesome. That's pretty cool because he was there for the 2024 season. So we shall see. But yeah, these are my predictions. Hopefully, I'm correct again, like the other couple years. If not, if I'm wrong, hopefully it's better. Like I said, I can see him winning all these matchups. I can make an argument for each matchup of why they would win. I'm just trying to be realistic while being biased, as you see, Lions fan. Um, but yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more videos similar about other teams, more information going forth, all that stuff. I'm looking to post more, be more active this season. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you.